the Hell Fucking Yeah podcast.
As always, sideways.
Does it work?
What doesn't work?
Does it work?
You look great, you sound great, but you're fucking sideways.
Not, you're sideways, but I'm not.
Nope.
Hold on. It's sideways? How do I fix it?
Now you're good.
Oh. I apologize. I'm like an old person. I'm having toast and fucking coffee, dude.
Right, you look great.
You can't get any more old person than fucking toast and coffee on a fucking Thursday, pouring fucking rain at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, man, it's pouring here. It's kind of a bummer, honestly. I hate this fucking weather.
Yeah. Well, I've been stuck inside for the past month and a half, so it doesn't make any difference to me.
You have. Why have you been stuck inside for the past month and a half?
I wish I had a better version of it, because like normally I'd be like, I was doing this like 360 whip, no hander, case to jump, and wrecked.
Yeah.
But we all know that that would be a lie. And it was taking a step outside of my house to clear the way for my son and wife so they don't slip and fall. And I slipped and fell and tore my quadricep off my kneecap. And it
Ouch.
sounded like a tree breaking in half.
Oh.
I thought I snapped my femur in half, and then realized it was just the muscle. And I think if I snapped my femur in half, it would have been easier to fix. But so I sent you that one picture of my knee all stapled up. It was quite a fucking time, you know.
Yeah, so obviously you had to have surgery. You got it pretty quick though. You fell on Monday.
Get it pretty quick.
No?
I didn't get it quick. It took 2 weeks. I went to the hospital, and during COVID, there's like nobody there. They're packed, but there's nobody there. And because it was my muscle was torn off, they take an X-ray and they're like, "Yeah, you look fine." They just think I'm another junkie looking for pills, and I'm like, "No, dude, look, my fucking leg. I heard it snap. Like I heard it snap. The people across the street heard it snap." And they're like, "All right, well here, call up our doctor and get an appointment, and here's a prescription to go fuck yourself, and you'll be fine. See you later." And the appointment they were going to get me was like 2 weeks ahead of time or whatever, and I couldn't wait that long. It's a long story, but I got it fixed. I went to Rothman. Shout out to Rothman Orthopedic. Some doctor she looked like she was around 14 years old. Greatest doctor ever. She fixed my leg, smart as can be, great surgeon. She hooked it up. And that's when you know you're getting old, when doctors and police officers are younger than you.
Yeah.
That's when you know you're old. And so I'm all hooked up. I'm all ready to go. I'm on for the next injury, you know.
Dude, I've broken some bones and shit like that. Couple sprains, couple things like that. Never anything major. One of the worst things that ever happened to me, and I didn't do anything at all, was I got shingles.
That's a fucking old person disease, dude. That's all. Like when you're after 50, you get it.
No, you can get it. You can get it earlier.
Yeah, but it's an old person problem, you know.
You can get it again when you're older, but it's not as bad.
Isn't it like herpes or something like that?
No, it's not herpes.
Well, it's in the same genre, isn't it?
Nope. No. It's not a sexually transmitted disease, dude. The first time you get it, especially if you're younger, the pain level is unreal, man. It's caused by stress. I'm not a stressful person, but I guess at this point in my life, 5 years ago, so 6 years, I don't even remember when it was. I was stressed out, and I woke up one morning. I had this rash on one side of my body here, wrapped around to my back, and it only stays on one side of your body, no matter where it is. It could be.
That's fucking weird.
People get it on their face, but I luckily enough didn't. I got it on my I got it on my chest and my back, and I'm like, "What the fuck is this?" It wasn't itchy. It was painful. I said, "What the fuck is this?" And my wife was like, "Oh, stop being such a pussy. It's probably nothing. It's probably maybe poison ivy or something. I'm like,
yeah.
I haven't been in the woods in fucking 7 years. Poison ivy.
Yeah. Hey, you can get poison ivy for like just blowing on you.
You can, and I used to. Yeah, I mean, I've gotten it like that because I'm very allergic to it. But I'm like, no, this isn't poison ivy. This doesn't feel like anything I've ever had before. So I went to the doctor, and I was like, yeah. Before she even got in the room, she kind of knew what it was already. She was like, "What's your pain level? Like 1 to 10?" I'm like 11.
10. Yeah, that's what I always say.
And she's like, okay. She's like, okay, you have shingles. Now shingles aren't contagious. I couldn't give them to my wife or anything like that.
Yeah.
But she gave me like these crazy pain meds, dude. Like, obviously I got like something like Percocet, but she gave me these other things for because it's a nerve thing with shingle. Yeah. She gave me this thing called Lyrica, and it's for nerve damage, dude. I would like be in my house.
You had an erection for 7 weeks and you couldn't get rid of it?
No, I'd be in my house, like, not feeling so great. And, we would put on a movie or something. And before I take the Lyrica, before the credits even come on.
Boom, you get knocked out.
Gone, dude. It almost within 5 minutes, it feels like you drank 17 beers.
And you wonder how people get addicted to drugs, dude. You
wonder.
It's crazy.
When I was out of that shit, I was like, dude, I want shingles again.
Yeah. The morphine drip, dude. Hook me up. Yeah.
And it lasted it was months. It lasted for months. I couldn't even really take a shower. Yeah, I couldn't even take a shower, dude. It was horrible. I did take one because I'm a freak like that. I need to like take a shower all the time.
You look like a cleansy guy with that Pepe Le Pew mohawk you got going on there. What's that all about?
It's not a mohawk.
No, when did that happen? What is that? That's not a mohawk.
No, it's not a mohawk. See?
You have no hair on the sides and you got Pepe Le Pew on the top. That's a fucking
mohawk. A mohawk would be more like, the middle would come in more.
Whatever, dude.
What do you got going on?
You, it looks good.
What do you got going on your head?
Look, dude. Look. There's not a lot to pick on you about. You know what I mean? You haven't had a cigarette yet. You know what I mean?
I'm going to.
You don't have any blotchy shingles on your face, so I got to pick on your hair. It wouldn't be a talk if I wasn't picking on you.
That's right, man. And listen, you're the only one who's allowed to.
I know that. I felt that early on. I was the only one. Yeah, it's like you
have a place in my heart.
Your big brother can pick on you, but no one else.
That's it. Right. Exactly. So we spoke a little bit yesterday. We were going over some things. We got to talk about Facebook a little bit. We got to talk about Facebook a little bit.
I call it Face World.
Face World.
Because it's more of the world than book, but yeah, we'll call it Facebook for the record here.
That's true. It is a kind of a stupid name, now that I think about it. Weirdos, man. There's so many fucking weirdos on there, Like, before I started doing this, I had my friends list of, like, just people I knew.
Yeah.
As time goes on, I'm not saying I'm popular or famous or anything, but I get people adding me because of the show.
Right.
Fucking weirdos, man. This is one guy who I gotta pull it up because I don't remember what the fuck he wrote. I put up a picture of a pizza the other day that around the corner from my house, it's like the best pizza on the island.
Yeah, everybody says that, but anyway. Can't be as good as the toast I'm working on.
No, it is good, man. It's literally voted the best place on the island. Not that that means anything, but that's what it is. By the way, I bust my ass with this podcast and like all the shit, like my radio shows, everything I put out there, and I'll get like maybe 10 likes and 5 comments. This fucking pizza I put up, like 500 comments.
Yeah, people love pizza.
I'm doing all the wrong shit. You
got to do that dude does. He comes out of the. I got a question about that too. That guy that does the pizza, and he's like, "All right, everyone knows the rules. One bite."
Yeah, Dave Portnoy.
And he takes 16 bites. He starts everyone
one bite.
The rule, 1 bite.
Right.
He takes 2 bites, then he takes a bite of the crust, and then he takes another bite. It's 4 fucking bites.
Yeah.
Nobody's called him out on it except me right now.
Right.
Explain yourself right now.
I know.
Get that guy on the phone.
I think that maybe he started off like that, and it just became kind of like a joke.
I don't like it.
I don't like it. All right, so this random dude, I have no idea who he is. I put up the picture of the pizza, like I said, and he wrote, "Is that a burrito on pizza crust with moose meat?"
Yeah,
I'm assuming it's supposed to say moose.
Yeah, but it says block that guy right away.
Okay, no, I keep people like this because it's fucking pure entertainment. Okay,
pure entertainment. Yeah.
So I wrote, I have no idea what that means, and this guy's profile is crazy, man. If you look at it, when someone writes crazy shit like that on, it kind of gets your attention, and you look at their profile, and you're like, "What the fuck? This guy writes all kinds of crazy shit, man." This is perfect, man. I didn't even plan this. I just pissed and crapped on the sheets. God damn it! That's what
that
he just
was
posted.
from your pizza. And
no,
that's what he.
No, that's what he just posted on his profile.
Yeah. See, I have a explanation for all that. Where, like, here's the thing: is how many people post shit on Facebook about somebody that they would say to their face? Probably nothing. You know what I mean? Like,
keyboard warriors.
Yeah. And like when Facebook first came out and everything, I loved it because I was able to connect with all the BMX dudes. Like I literally just went down the list in my head of all the dudes that we used to ride with when we were kids at contests. I'd be like, hey, I wonder if Carl Roth is on here. I haven't talked to him in 22 years. Punch in Carl Roth. Oh my God, there's Carl Roth. He's got a wife and 2 kids. Oh wait, and there's his brother Chris. And then all of a sudden you're talking to these people. And that's what I think Facebook is great for. But then it's also, it's just nonsense, and it's religion and all that. It just all gets on there, and it just gets,
One of the biggest things, and one of the biggest issues is politics. It's
right.
It's fucking nuts, dude. Like, listen, these. Did you ever see those things where people put up like, no matter what side you're on of this too, they put up pictures of Photoshop. They're obviously Photoshopped. Like there's the one with Hillary Clinton shaking Osama bin Laden's hand.
Right.
Clear as fucking day. It's been Photoshopped, and people present it as 100% fact. And I'm like, see, look.
Yeah.
No, dude, that's not real. Not real. There's the one where Michelle Obama's a woman, was a man.
A man, yeah. They have these like her puffed out pants, and it shows this big penis, and it's like she's a dude and all this stuff.
Yeah,
and like,
dude.
I mean, I don't know. It's just I think when people get that involved in like I can understand people being involved in politics. I'm not involved in politics at all, like 0%. But when people do, like it like runs their life. And I just think that when people get involved in something like that or something else that doesn't really, it just seems like they probably have nothing else going on in their life. Like if they had a sick kid at home with cancer, you know what I mean?
Right.
They'd be worrying about getting a hold of doctors, finding out how we can get my kid fixed. How are we going to pay for this? That's what they would focus on. Okay.
Right.
And I mean, that'd be something horrible, but I'm saying, I just think that people that go on Facebook and complain about how much BMX parts cost these days, or who's going to vote for Trump or Biden, or who's going to do this, who's going to do that, they just don't have other shit. Like, who has time to sit there and look at Facebook and argue with people that you don't know? It's just it's crazy.
It comes down to this: like, what is your purpose in life? Is this your fucking purpose in life? They post shit.
I haven't found my purpose in life yet.
All day long. Yeah, you have, man. It's this show.
It is. Is that it? Hell fucking yeah, dude. That is my purpose.
You're lingerie, man. You're a legend.
She tells me all the time. She's like, someday you're gonna find your place, man. You're gonna find it soon. I feel it. She's very supportive, and I haven't figured it out yet. I thought I was done. I thought I did everything, but I haven't. Apparently, I haven't found my place yet.
This is just
you may be the answer. This may be the beginning. You know,
this is just the beginning.
Damn.
So, and listen, you could be the most right-wing person on earth or whatever. I don't care. I can still be friends with you. Just don't preach bullshit to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? And vice versa. Like I wouldn't do it to you. And even if you were like left side, whatever. It's mental, dude. It's mental. The other day, I'm driving down the street, and New York's a blue state, but as I was telling you, like Long Island for some reason is very red, especially this county, Suffolk County.
Yeah.
Driving down the street, and I just see this fucking big pickup truck with 2 giant Trump flags that says, and I'm like, guys, he lost. Get over it, But I look at it, it says Trump 2024.
Yeah, that's
like
in
that
4 years, right?
That dude. Yeah. That dude woke up one day and was like, I'm going to get these fucking, and they were gigantic, dude. They probably cost like $100 a piece. That dude woke up one morning and was like, I'm going to get these fucking flags. I'm going to put them on my truck, and everyone's going to know about me, who I am. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares.
Did he have the balls hanging off the back of the truck?
I didn't see the back of it, but I guarantee you he did.
I love it when they have balls hanging off the back of their truck. My son bought those. My son bought balls. So somebody put them on Mike from so much. He goes, "Can I get some balls like that?" And we had true story. Are you still there? Are you all right?
Yeah, you cut out a little bit. What's going on with the Wi-Fi over there, Ray?
I turned the Wi-Fi off. Is it not working? What should I do?
No, it's working. Every now and then you kind of like slow. You're like,
You're coming in great.
Yeah.
Do you want me to try and move? Is it bad enough where I should go move?
I mean,
I can limp my ass into another room.
I don't want you to get up because
I can get up.
Well,
no, I can walk I can walk.
All right.
You want me to go try somewhere else?
You want to try it?
Yeah, hold on. We're going mobile.
We're getting a tour. We're getting a tour of the Schlechtweg residence.
We call it the Schlechtweg Mansion. We got some pictures up top there.
Nice.
We got some. That's the front. It's an enormous castle. It's just an enormous, lavish house.
Yeah.
There's Sugar.
What's up, Sugar?
She likes to sniff my shoe. Yeah, she's an attack dog.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we have we got a lot of friends that are selling bike parts, and somebody will have a bike for like they'll put a bike up for $2,000, and everybody comments, "Dude, who's gonna pay and like 50, 60 comments, who's gonna pay $2,000 for this bike?" And then somebody buys it for $2,000, and it's just like it's complete mayhem. The whole BMX industry, or the old BMX parts. If you have any, they're worth tons.
Yep.
Tons and tons. So
I'm sure you've thrown out tons.
Please, let's not talk about all the throwing out. I had a guy come to my house, and I sold him 10 bikes for like $1,000. Wow. And if I had them right now, each bike would be around $3,000. So we're not going to talk about that today.
That's insane, dude. What's with the number 43 in BMX?
Oh, that is a great question. So 43, the version that I got was from a guy named Maurice Meyer, who was a legend in Northern California. He rode for Skyway back in the day. And he first came upon 43, where he said that one of his friend's father went into a hardware store somewhere in Persia, like somewhere, like an Iran, Iraq, something out that way. And everything in the store was 43 cents. And he went back to the hotel and was gathering up his stuff. And he was like on flight 43. And then he got to the airport. He was on gate 43. Mm. And then he got home and his taxi was 43. And so everything became 43. So then we started like everywhere we looked. Once somebody says the number 43, like right now, like today, anyone watching this, they'll see the number 43 10 times before they go to bed. There's something weird about it. I don't know what it is, but 43 shows up everywhere, and it's kind of creepy. So you'll notice it.
Wow. So you want to know something pretty crazy?
Yes.
This is episode 43 of my podcast.
Get out of here. Are you serious?
Dead.
Dude. See what I mean? Like, seriously, that's what it does. It's weird.
Yeah.
43. Yeah. Like like when my son, when he, like he'd be playing soccer and they have all the jerseys, and I'm like, "Oh, Elliot, look," I'm like, there's 43, get it. And so he grabbed 43. My friend Warren's playing softball. Of course, he's number 43. Any chance we get, if there's something we're number 43, every time you go to like Burger King and you get your number, and you're number 043. So it's just weird. You'll see.
Yeah. So it's not a bad luck thing.
No, it's a good luck thing. By the end of today, you will run into 43 at least twice. You'll see it either on TV, or you'll get some junk mail, and it'll say like 43 on it.
Dude,
guaranteed.
I mean, besides that, I'm literally gonna have to type the number to like put up the episode.
There's one. There's one checked off.
And it's crazy that it's a BMX episode because I couldn't have planned that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's crazy.
So that is crazy. I don't want you to get up again, but do you happen to have those shirts?
I can get, dude. They're way up. I had my bag. I have my bag back where I was sitting, and my shirts are up in my room.
You're unprepared.
It would take me an hour to get up there. I'm very unprepared.
Unprepared.
Damn.
Instead of making fucking toast, you could have got your shirts.
Well, I just came back from physical therapy. I was just in physical therapy for an hour. I just don't ever want to let you down. I mean, you can bring pictures up of the shirts.
You're not letting me down.
I do own both those shirts, and they're going to be rocking sometime soon. I like the material. The material is good because they're almost like those swim shirts, you know, like they're the ones that they're good for the summertime, and they're extremely colorful, and they're bolded in your face, and people are going to be like, what are those things? You know what I mean? So they're insane because there's no explanation. It's just the photo. It's great. And so it's just like, hey, what's that? You know,
what's crazy is I really had nothing to work off of. Like, I took those photos and I just took them I took a picture of them with my phone, just laying on my bed on the picture. I just boom. So it wasn't like high quality, but they came out great. They came out really good. Well, because I took them and put them in Photoshop, and I like blew them up, dude. You could put those on a billboard.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
That's a great idea. Quit smoking.
Yeah. Quit smoking. Oh man,
that one's the best, man. Those shirts are amazing. I have to order my own. I can't wait to get them.
Oh, yeah, I got them both.
I don't have them. I don't physically have them.
Right, and the Mikey. I have them.
You do. Those are gonna be worth a lot of money, man. Don't throw them out.
Oh, man. I'm not throwing anything out for the rest of my life now. I'm not gonna like. I don't think I'm gonna acquire anything spectacular, but I'm.
You just did.
I think I'm gonna be. I think I'll be hoarding all my son's junk.
Yeah.
Especially all those like football and baseball and basketball cards that he collects that kids don't collect anymore, but he does. So.
Right.
I'll make sure we save all those.
So, what's your nationality, Ray? What are you?
I'm 100% Puerto Rican. No, I'm not. But my brother and I did our DNA just for the fun of it, and I should have got those pictures and send them to you because then I could tell. I forgot everything today, but I don't do my homework. I never.
This is going to be Large Ray Volume 5, the Lost episode.
The Lost episode, yeah. So, I mean, like I could pull it up right now. I could pull it up and send it to you, and you just hear me talking. But you know, who wants to see that?
We don't need the picture for that.
Yeah. So, we got our. So my mother, was always saying that both her parents were from Sicily, and because there was a big, if you know anything about Italian people, there's a big difference between being Italian and being Sicilian. And Sicilians don't say they're Italian, they just say I'm Sicilian. So
that's right.
My grandmother never, if somebody said, oh, that Italian lady, my grandmother would get all fired up and say, I'm not Italian, I'm Sicilian. So my mother was supposedly 100% Sicilian, and my father was some type of German French mutt. And so we got our DNA done, and I was like 30% German, 30% what was it called? Italian and Greek, and then like a bunch of other stuff. There's like 10% Asian and 1% African. So
yeah,
I can hang out with anybody. I can hang out with anybody.
That's right.
But I do get a lot of I think, did I ever tell you the story where my brother and I went to Hawaii once? Did I tell you that story? We went to Hawaii. We went to Hawaii, and I'm much darker than my brother. And so he and I were in Hawaii for 10 days. And by like the 5th day, I was like black. We had a convertible. So we were in the sun for like 5 days straight. And I just became, I was as black as you can get. I mean, I wasn't tan, I was black. And so we went and got a haircut. We're like, yo, let's go get a haircut. So we go and we get a haircut, and we get the same haircut from like the same lady, and we go to pay, and my brother's is $15 and mine was $6. And we're like, That's kind of weird. And then we went to some place. We got something to drink. We got like this island smoothie, and mine was $3, and Eric's was $6. And we're like, what is going on here? So then we went to a bar that night, and we were telling the bartender, I'm going to buy all the drinks because for some reason I'm getting half off at everything. And the lady just started laughing. She goes, "Oh, are you not from Maui?" And I said, "No, I'm from Philly." And she's like, "Oh." She's like, "You look like a native." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" She goes, "You look like a native Hawaiian." So they're not even asking me. They're just giving me the discount.
Wow.
So I was getting a full discount. So that was pretty awesome.
Were you wearing a Hawaiian shirt?
No, I was rocking my Suicidal Tendency shirt. I think I brought one shirt with me. I had a Suicidal Tendency shirt. And I was wearing that the whole time. Yeah, they thought I was like a drug dealer because when I went there, I travel very light. Well, back then I did. Back then I traveled very, very light. Now I don't. Now I bring like a war. People going off to war would carry. But I just had like one little bag. I had like 4 shirts, a pair of socks, and 2 pair of underwear, and that was it. And I was just like, yeah, we're going to Hawaii for 10 days. So
wow. So that's crazy, man. That's crazy that they gave you the fucking local discount, you know?
Yeah, it was killer.
We go back to the DNA for a second.
Yeah.
How do you get that done? I want to get that done. Do you like piss in a box or something? What do you do with that?
Yeah, you have to give them 14 ounces of semen. Okay. And your wife can be involved in this if you have to, but
okay.
It's a rough one. I did it all by myself in the bathroom. Now they give you a little tube. When I did it years ago, they just gave you a little tube to spit in, and it fills up with saliva, and then you put a cap on it, and then you send it away, and then like 6 weeks later they send you a little flow chart they send you an email, and they say, like, you know, this is what percentage of ethnicity of this and that, and then they link you up with like 700 other people that might be your like 5th cousin. And so we did it, and of course, like, my brother and I came up, they're like, this guy's most likely your brother, this lady here, Nancy Palumbo, is your 2nd cousin, this girl here who we never heard of is like your 3rd cousin. And then we tracked her down and figured out that her grandfather and my grandmother were like brothers or something. So it definitely is sort of real. I guess it works, you know, who knows, but
that's insane, man. You know, when people ask me what I am, I just say I'm Italian, you know?
Yeah.
But there's probably a lot more going on there, you know?
Yeah.
I got to check that out. How did we get on the top? We were talking yesterday. How did we get on topic of,
ethnicity?
That's right. No, we were talking about haircuts because that's like kind of my side thing I do. I cut hair.
Yeah.
And you had a story about your haircuts when you were younger. Oh
yeah, and I sent you those. Did you see those pictures I sent you?
Well, you gave me a video of.
It was a video of it. I saw that. Yeah, it was like
with that.
I don't know. That's just because a lot of times on my phone I'd have it set up to do like the live picture, so it just screwed up. So whatever. But anyway, yeah, my there was something else. I told you yesterday, and I was like, oh wait, we'll save that for tomorrow, and I can't remember what it was.
Well, I would have wrote it down.
I don't know what it was. But yeah, when I was a kid, I just thought everybody got their hair cut in the living room, like, or in the kitchen. So my mom would just line us up, and we'd all have the same really bad haircut, like short bangs, long in the back, and that went on for about 12 years, until my mom finally left, and I had to go to a real place and get a haircut.
Right.
And then it got even worse. But so that's what we did when we were kids. Was there something else I was supposed to tell you? I forget.
No, you know what? Let me get the picture, because I don't even know which one is you.
All those pictures were me. That was like
that was like 5 from people.
Dude, that was like 5. That was like kindergarten, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Like that kind of thing.
All right, yeah, I got to get this over. Hold on 1 second.
All right, anymore.
I'm just getting the pictures. Okay.
There was something yesterday. I said, "Oh, I got to tell you about something," and I forget what it was. And we said, "All right, we'll do it tomorrow." And and then right after I hung up with you, I thought, I was like, "Oh, what was it?" Now I don't know what it is.
I think it was the haircuts, because you sent me the pictures right after that. Yeah. I don't know. I would have wrote it down. I think.
Hmm.
All right. Is my screen.
There you
go. Okay. So this is the video you sent. Well, picture.
Yeah, that's all the same dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all you.
That's kindergarten. That's
This is kindergarten.
Kindergarten, that's around 2nd grade. That's 3rd grade. That's 4th grade, and then that's 5th grade.
Yeah.
And that is
she didn't do too bad. I mean, this first haircut
is
a little chopped up.
That's chopped up.
The second one looks kind of natural.
Yeah.
That's a super straight bangs. Super straight bangs in the third one.
That's the Dumb and Dumber one we call. That's a great one.
These bangs are crooked.
That's where
and then this one, man, I don't know.
I don't know what that is. That's the best I ever looked.
Did you get all the ladies in school?
Back before the glasses, yeah. Before the glasses, I was
before the glasses.
Kid. Yeah, I mean, look at the pimp shirt. The pimp shirt in 2nd grade is the bomb. I mean, and then by 8th grade, my glasses I think broke like 4 times in 1 week, and they're just like, the people at the glass place just said, "Look, here's contact lenses. Just try these." And then I started wearing contacts when I was in 8th grade, and then the ladies came back. You know.
There you go. Now,
you know.
You sent me something else here. Let's bring this up. There we go.
There you go. That's right before the glasses, right there. So that's
right before the glasses.
That picture I can tell was from 1981 because that was the Phillies championship.
That's when I was born.
Sweatshirt. 81. There you go. So that's when the Phillies won the World Series. That is my cat Tiger that I got from my 1st grade teacher, Miss Liedecker. And I'm wearing my King of Prussia Prussians jacket, a soccer jacket that says Ray. But that's a confident young man right there. Like, look at that. Like,
absolutely.
I'm just keeping it real right there.
Absolutely, you know man. Killing it. Your facial expression is just
yeah.
Like I got the world in my hands.
Yep.
Like you're all just
only place to go up right now is up.
That's it.
I was living large back then, you know, with my cat Tiger.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Great stuff, man. Hold on, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back to the regular screen here.
There we go.
There we go. I gotta light up my cigarette.
Yeah, get that cigarette going. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, it sounded good too. Speaking of baseball, I liked watching baseball games years ago when these two guys, Richie Ashburn and Harry Callis, would do the commentary on the radio for the Phillies, and they would drink the whole time. So by the end of the broadcast, they'd be all hammered up and they'd be smoking cigarettes, and the whole time you'd be hearing that little flint going flick, flick, flick. You could hear them every 3rd inning lighting up cigarettes, and that's what it just reminded me of right there.
Yeah, you know, it's crazy. Like when I grew up, I mean, I've been smoking since I was 15. So when I was like 18, 19, shit, going out to like diners and things, you were still able to smoke in diners.
Oh yeah.
You were able to smoke so when I was like 21, you were able to smoke in bars. I'm too young for like being able to smoke in the mall, but that did exist. Smoke in the fucking mall. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine a fucking airplane?
Well, I was just gonna say, my first flight out to California, it was 1987, and it was like a hot day, and I remember getting on the plane and getting like all relaxed. I'm like, all right, we're gonna have like a 6-hour flight, and there's a guy and his wife sat next to me, and they just chain smoked the whole time. And I got off that plane and I was high as a kite. I was just so dizzy and just breathing in that rancid smoke for 6 hours. So I'm glad they took that off planes.
I mean, you could still smoke in casinos, which is kind of crazy. Like if you go to the Indian reservation casinos out here in Connecticut, they have sections, which is pretty fucking hilarious because you can just go to the other room and then no one's smoking and it still smells like smoke.
Right.
The whole thing is just an ashtray, you know? Funny thing is about me, man, as much as I've been smoking, as much as I do smoke, I hate smoking in front of people. So like, even when I was younger, I always like try to keep it away. Not that I was ashamed of it, but I didn't want to bother anybody else. If I'm doing the damage to myself, that's one thing. But if I'm affecting someone else's breathing or anything like that, that's not cool, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm glad, as a smoker, I'm glad they got rid of the smoking sections in places. It's
Yeah.
nasty. Absolutely nasty.
Oh, I am mobile once again, but still
There we
on the
go.
phone.
There we go. I like this, man. This is like a
Yeah. I'm gonna go over this way. Keep talking. Talk about something. Sing a song or something.
sing a
Sing
song.
some kind of song. Yeah.
When's your birthday?
June 19th. What are you gonna
June
get?
19th. I'm gonna sing you happy birthday, but I can't do that now.
All right, we're making it all the way up to the. I'm going up to get the shirts.
You're crazy, man. You didn't have to do that.
No way, dude. It's gonna be awesome. This 43rd podcast may be your worst one. You won't even be able to cut this one up. It's gonna be so bad.
I don't believe in that, man. I don't believe that there's a bad podcast. I think that podcasts are essentially just two people talking about whatever the fuck they want.
Right.
And yeah, I don't think, dude, you're large, right, man. This is you could sit there and fart and I'll put the fucking episode out.
Here we go.
All right, what do we got? Yeah.
You got the one. You got the one.
That's amazing.
Isn't that
really is amazing.
Now, let's see. We got a whole bunch here. Let's see. Hold on a second. We got a whole bunch. We got Jive Turkey. JJ Walker. Can you see that?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. We got Jive Turkey.
That's awesome.
I got, what's this one? We got to Ramp Up the John. We got, one second.
Is this like your fun t-shirt draw?
Yeah. We got Seppi Maze.
Nice.
Back in the day.
Nice.
We got our Mark Eaton gas station shirt.
Oh wow, man! Listen, that one's out of production, man.
I know.
That one's out of production. That was the old company.
Now I gotta try and find. Oh, here's the Mikey. Do I really?
Yeah, but I see it now. Oh, dude,
shirt.
That's incredible. I have to get one. That would sell, dude. I could see that in the store, the window of Zoomies, or like one of those stores, Pacific Sunwear or whatever.
What's Zoomies?
Oh, you maybe don't have them there. It's like a skate surf clothing shop.
Oh, okay, they probably have one in the King of Prussia Mall. I just don't.
Yeah,
I just don't know about it. Those
shirts are amazing, man. Now you also have a fanny pack, which, listen, you don't have to get it.
That's in the garage.
I do love the tour of the house. I'm not gonna lie,
dude. It's hard to walk around the mansion, you know.
Yeah.
I gotta hide a lot of these rooms because my wife, if she ever saw this, because she watches these, and if she sees this one, I'm in a whole lot of trouble.
Why is that?
Because the house is a mess.
Oh, no.
Kid art. These were done before the pandemic, and they all have masks. I think my son was up to something here.
He's a prophet.
He's a prophet. No, he's not a prophet. He gets rid of all our profits. He's an expensive kid.
I meant PH, not.
I know. I'm just being silly. We've talked about that. That's the paddle that my mom beat me with. That's the paddle.
Oh my God.
Yeah. We got. I don't know if you can see all this stuff, but there's a lot of scare. Oh, look at this. Look at this. The large Ray knuckle rings.
Let's see.
I don't know if you can see that.
Whoa, dude. Where can someone get a pair of those?
Here's a story. This is a story. All right. How well can you see those?
I can see them perfectly. They're backwards, but I can see them perfectly.
They're backwards.
It says Ray Large.
Oh, Ray Large. So here's a good story. So how many times have you met somebody and they have something cool? Like say it's like your t-shirt or it's a bike part or something, and the person says, "Oh, I have that."
Right.
And you're like, "I would love one of those." And they're like, "Hey, you know what? Give me your address. I'll send you one." And then you never see it. Right? You never see it. So
yes.
I went to a wedding This guy, Alan Cook, who was an X Games gold medalist, a good friend of mine, Alan Cook. He got married, a million BMX dudes there. And there's this one dude, Jerry, we call him Two Beers Jerry, because before he drinks, he's quiet. When he would have 2 beers, he'd be the funnest guy in the world. After 2 beers, you'd have to just like lock him in a car because he would go nuts. So I'm sitting at 2 Beers Jerry's table at this wedding, and he's got these rings on, and they say "Living Large." Now, I had just like met this guy. I kind of knew him a little bit, but I didn't really know him well. And I was like, "Dude, where'd you get those rings?" And he goes, "Oh, I work in a machine shop and I make them." And he shows me like this belt buckle and all this stuff. And I'm like, I go, "Dude," I'm like, "I hate asking for shit, but what would it cost for me to get a pair of those rings that say Large Ray?" He goes, and he reaches into something and he's like, just write down your address. And then he goes, "I'll send them to you." I'm like, "No, seriously." I'm like, "I seriously." He goes, "Just send me your address. I'll send them to you." So, and this was in Lake Tahoe. I come home like 4 days later, and in my mailbox, there's a manila padded envelope with the rings in it say Large Ray.
That's insane.
That's a dude hooking you up.
Yeah.
So shout out to Two Beers Jerry, dude.
He didn't even charge you?
No. He wouldn't. Like I called him.
That's
I was
awesome.
like, "Dude, what do I owe you for these?" He's like, "You don't owe me nothing, dude." He's like, "Dude," he's like, I'm glad you got them and you like them. Just wear them, dude." So I rock them.
I want them. I want a pair.
Unfortunately, you can't get a pair from Two Beers Jerry anymore.
Ah.
Jerry has passed away.
Rest in peace, Jerry. Two Beers
Jerry. Two Beers Jerry has passed away. So that makes those things even more collectible now because
forget it, man.
Jerry is no longer on the earth. I have a lot of stuff from people that are no longer on the earth, but
yeah,
I'm still here.
Especially those paintings from last time.
Oh, the paintings. I'll save you my crutch. It's in the garage, so when I die, you can have my crutch. You'd be like, "Dude, this is Large Ray's crutch."
I want the rings, man.
You know what? I will will those to you.
Listen, I'm sure there's many people in your life that you want to give those to, but they're going to be in good hands. We're going to take good care of them.
Yeah, without a doubt. No, heck, I might give them to you next time I see you, if I ever see you. You know what I mean? I'll just say, "Here, you can have these rings."
We did discuss one time.
Go ahead.
We discussed one time we were going to do like a podcast in a van. We were just going to drive around and talk.
Oh yeah, well I could.
We need to make that happen.
Yeah, I can do that anytime you want because I could have done it while I was working. I'm not going to be working for a long time now, so
yeah,
it's going to be a while. But yeah, we could do the podcast. That would be better if we could somehow have a video camera. We get Mark Eaton in there, video in it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And we'll stop in the Starbucks.
Have him set up his Starbucks. Have him set up his tables in the back.
His tables. Oh, I don't know why he doesn't block me. He DJs and he's on Facebook and he's on Twitch.
Yeah.
And it tells you how many people are watching you at the time.
Right.
And like there's like 3 people on Twitch and 2 people on Facebook. And he's killing it. He's just DJing, killing it, bopping along, and
it doesn't matter how many people are there, just
6 people.
If he's having a good time, then
he's having a great time.
That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
Oh man.
What else you got on the list? Today?
Well, we went through the list. We went through it pretty fast.
God damn. I swear there was something that I was like, we'll talk about that tomorrow.
We got a lot of good stuff. Did your medication kick in?
It has. Well, I'm kind of like now I take it. I don't feel a thing now. I still take a muscle relaxer, but now like I would take when I first got hurt. I take the muscle relaxer, and in 3 minutes I'd fall asleep. Yeah. Now I can take 2 of them, and go drive to California. Like it's just I'm fine. You start to build a tolerance up for it, but
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know if I was going to talk about injuries. If we were talking about injuries, like I had I was thinking like when this happened, I was like, this was my worst injury, but I had a car battery blow up in my face, and that was really bad because it hurt. My eyes were like in massive pain, and I was blind for 4 days. So being blind for 4 days changes your life when you can't see.
Yeah.
Picture, like, tape your eyes shut for the rest of the day and see how much shit you can do. You can't do anything. And I had my eyes taped shut for 2 days, and then they are like, no, you got to keep them open to let them heal. And when I opened them, I could only see light. I couldn't see anything. Like, I could put something right in front of my face and I couldn't see. And it also hurt really bad. I had a car battery blow up in my face, and when I got to the hospital, my clothes had burned off from all the battery acid. And that was, I had a brand new 2-hip King of Vert shirt, and it turned into nothing. Those things are hard to come by. They were hard to come by back then. So that was a really bad one. I had that the battery blow up in my face. I thought I got shot. We were in the Poconos, and our car battery died, and we put a new battery in from a junked up car, and started the car, and we just hear boom, and all of a sudden my face felt like it was on fire. And the guy that I was with, he like ran me to the side of the house and started flushing out my face. I'm like, dude, what happened? And I like instantly couldn't see. So I thought I got like shot in the head with a shotgun. And they're like, yeah, the battery blew up, dude. I had battery acid in my mouth.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah, it sucked, dude. That was a pretty beat injury. That was pretty bad.
Because I had Rick Thorne on the other day, and we were talking about, injuries, and he had, obviously had some crazy ones. But what you just said just reminded me of something that happened to me a long time ago. This is before I was even married. So this was like 13, 14 years ago. I was living in an apartment complex, and I needed a job. I've always been kind of like a random, work somewhere for like a month and then go somewhere else. I never really had something solid,
Yeah.
So I was living in this apartment complex. She was my girlfriend at the time. So I moved in, and it was kind of like a split the rent kind of situation.
Yeah.
Or 3 ways really. And the place that was hiring, the place that I lived at was hiring for a maintenance technician. Dude,
oh my God.
Dude, I can't even fix.
We call that a janitor in the hood.
Yeah, it's exactly basically what I was. But I needed to have skills, dude. Not like
so
not
you
a
were
mop.
the janitor, and you couldn't even change a light bulb.
Oh, dude, no, I could change a light bulb, but I'm not the handiest person in the world. And I had to do this shit that I've never done before, dealing with plumbing and pipes and electrical. I've never done any of that shit before.
God.
And the guy who hired me, he was just like, I like this guy. He drinks beer, like we can hang out in the garage.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck yeah, cool. I had to walk like 3 minutes to work,
Yeah.
I was like, this is the best situation ever. I'm living here, getting paid, and I don't have to commute anywhere. So, as time went on, I did it for a couple months. He taught me things, this and that. And there was one point where he trusted me enough to like run the place. He was going on vacation. I think he hired me just to get his vacation.
Just to get his vacation.
Like, he's like, I'm going to hire this guy. We're going to hang out and have fun. I'm going to teach him some shit. And then I'm going to be able to go on my vacation in a few months. And the office will be cool with it because, I trained this guy. He knows everything he's doing.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
And I did learn some things. But of course, when he left, the fucking place went to shit, dude. It fucking went to shit. There was fire alarms going off all the time. And now I'm on call. Okay. So I have a phone, or just a work phone. It could be 3 o'clock in the morning. Something's going on. I got to get called. I have to go
down there.
Dude.
Oh my God.
There was one where this guy had like a fucking busted pipe in his closet. I don't know why they have a fucking pipe in the closet. It was just weird construction. And it soaked the fire alarm.
What are you going to do when you get in there? I'm getting shingles.
I had no idea. It soaked the fire alarm, and it set the entire building fire alarm off. This is like 2 o'clock in the morning. It's just wailing, fucking screaming. It was insane, dude. I was like, I don't know what to do. I had to call this guy on vacation.
Yeah.
He's like, call me if it's only a fucking emergency. I'm like, dude, this is a fucking emergency. Dude. I don't know what to do. And he's like, you got to go over to the box. He's all panicky. I'm like, I'm here panicking. You don't make me more panicked.
Yeah.
And he fucking was like, yeah, you got to pull this and this and this. And none of it was working. Like, I was hitting the switches. Nothing was working. He's like, just rip the fucking wire out. So I was like, this is insane. So I went in there, ripped the wire out. Now
that's a real maintenance man. Right
someone
there.
had, I'm just the maintenance guy. Someone had to come and fix that and take care of that.
Right.
There's nothing I can do about any of that. So one night, now I probably was a little high. I was probably smoking.
That
some
would have been
weed.
my last night, by the way. That would have been my last night.
Oh, my last night. My last night's coming up right now.
Yeah.
This was my short-lived
pot.
career as a maintenance technician. I was a little high, smoking some weed. Probably had a little bit to drink. I was like, no, I don't know. I feel good tonight. I don't think anybody's gonna call me.
No,
not
a chance.
Midnight, the fucking phone goes off. Fuck. These new people move in to their place. They go to make tea or something, get some hot water out of the sink, take a shower, whatever they're doing. No hot water.
Oh no.
What that basically means is that the pilot light is out on the.
That's an easy fix, man. That's an easy fix.
It's an easy fix, okay? Unless there's a gas leak.
Oh, so that's where your eyebrows went.
That's where my eyebrows went, dude.
Yeah.
12 o'clock in the morning. I'm high as a fucking kite. I'm like, this is a bit easy, man. All I got to do is light the pilot light. Lit the pilot light. It fucking, dude, it looked like the beginning of Terminator 2.
Yeah. That's awesome.
It blew me back into the wall.
Yeah.
Like literally. My eyebrows were gone. This was like weeks before my wedding.
Oh.
Luckily my hair grows fast. The tips of my hair was singed. My skin was like kind of peeling.
Oh.
I come home and I'm like, to my wife, I'm like, we have to go to the hospital. Like right now.
Hospital.
Yeah, I'm like, we gotta go to the hospital because I thought I had burns. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I was nervous, dude. I was like, I don't.
Yeah.
I didn't even know. The people in the house were like freaking out. They got me like a cold towel and.
Yeah.
The lady, when I was leaving her apartment, she's like, well, what about the hot water? And I was like, I don't know. Call a plumber. I have no fucking idea. I have no eyebrows, bitch. I don't care about that is not even a blip on my radar right now. So I go home. My wife's like,
that was your last day.
What happened? She's like, you smell like burnt flesh and burnt hair. Like, yeah, I am fucking burnt. Now, it wasn't anything bad. The worst thing that happened was losing the eyebrows. But it was scary, man. For a second, you think your life's over. Like when that happened to you, you thought you got shot in the face. I thought I like blew up.
Yeah.
And the next day, crazy. I went to the office and I gave them my phone. I had a phone and a pager.
Yeah, I'm out of here.
I was like, thank you guys. I'm out. They were afraid I was going to sue and everything.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to sue you. This isn't for me.
Yeah.
This isn't my line of work.
I've had a lot of jobs like that. This isn't for me. Gotta go.
Yeah, almost all of them. Yeah. Dude, I've done everything.
I think the best job I ever had was working for a ticket scalper where I just sat out for tickets and waited 2 days at the King of Prussia Mall for tickets, and then we'd buy the tickets and then he'd give us like $200. So when you're 13 years old, that's big money,
Is that a legit job? Like you?
No, it was just the guy. Well, see, back then, whoever was first in line got the best tickets. It was before like giving wristbands out and all this other crap. So he'd just be like, "Look, there's tickets going on sale Saturday night. I need you to get there like Friday morning or late Thursday night and be the first people at the door." So me and 4 of my friends would just sit there. And then we'd like rotate going home to like go to the bathroom or get food and all that stuff. And then you could get 4 tickets. So we'd get there and we'd be the first people. So the scalper, he'd be like, all right, you guys each got 4 tickets. They're in the front row, and he'd give us each $200. So it was awesome.
Yeah. That's not a real job though. I mean, that's like
I got paid and it took up my time.
You know what I mean? Like you don't go and like, apply for that job.
Yeah.
How did you get that?
We'd be riding our bikes around the mall, and the guy always saw us there, and he said, "Hey, that guy looks really big in case there's a fight."
Yeah.
Knowing I was never in a fight in my life, and I was like, "Yeah, man," I was like, "I'll kick anyone's ass."
Yeah.
Because he'd been beaten up before. Because if you're waiting out for Bon Jovi tickets, those people get a little rowdy, and so yeah, that's how I got that job.
Yeah. I've gotten fired so many times and just, yeah.
That's awesome.
I never really liked working.
Who does, man?
Yeah.
Working for a living's beat.
I mean, this isn't work, but you know,
Yeah.
I gotta build myself up to make money doing this. I gotta hustle myself.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a lot of work, but it doesn't feel like work. You know, because I love doing it.
You need like a Coca-Cola sponsor in the background.
I need a sponsor. I need a sponsor.
You need a sponsor. Who could sponsor you right now?
I don't know. You listen. You know any people in the BMX world like that? You know, have like a brand.
No.
No.
None that they would pay any money for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The BMX world is pretty lean when it comes to having a lot of dough.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta get like
I gotta get like some like wear their fucking hat, or I can drink their drink or whatever.
Amazon. That's what you gotta do. Amazon. Get a couple Amazon boxes.
Amazon.
Get an Amazon hat. Put on a little yellow vest like the Amazon drivers, and see if Amazon will sponsor you.
Dude, Amazon would be the hardest one to get.
Dude, that guy's got.
They don't need sponsors. They don't need sponsors.
Yeah,
they don't need to sponsor people because they don't need any more publicity.
Well,
that's so offensive, right?
Listen, if you didn't have
I gotta put this out to the public.
If you didn't have a beard and you had like the right blouse on, you'd be pretty hot, dude. Who knows? That's when you don't hear much a blouse. Like my grandmother would call your pants trousers. You got a hole in your trousers. What trousers? What is this? 1920? Come on, dude. Your trousers. Like, do you ever notice that like old people, like they just live in like the 20s? Like they're not even around anymore now. But like, you know, people back then, like my grandmother thought it was 1920. Like, you know, my grandmother once sent back a plate of pasta because I ordered a plate just a plate of spaghetti, and it was like $11. And as I was eating it, my grandmother was like looking at the menu. She goes, "Is that really $11?" I'm like, "Yes." She's like, "Stop eating, Miss. Can you think we don't want this? We didn't want this, and take it off our bill."
Wow.
And the lady goes, "Is there something wrong with it?" And she goes, "That's only about 10 cents worth of macaroni, and the gravy doesn't even look good. Get it out of here."
Yeah.
And she took it away.
Yeah.
Like, who does that?
You know what though? She's not wrong. I mean, if you go to an Italian restaurant now, at least here, you're spending $20 on a plate of pasta, even a plain ass fucking sauce. And that's ridiculous, dude, because you can go buy a box of pasta for £1 for $1.
Yeah.
And the sauce, whatever. How much does it cost to make sauce, dude? It's fucking tomatoes.
Yeah, but if you have a restaurant, you got to pay.
No, I get it.
Pay. There's so much overhead. You know what I mean? You got to charge $20, but it don't go out.
It is 20,000% profit. You know what I mean? It's
right.
Like, it is a big price jump. But yeah, if you can't go out, or you know, you're gonna complain about the prices, don't go out. You're right.
Yeah.
But you know, she was right. Grandma's always right, man.
Grandma's always right.
I said it about a month ago when we planned this. I said we're gonna call it the Percocet edition, and and I think that's the appropriate title for this one. Even if you're not on it, you seem like you are.
Well, no. The one. Well, I might have a couple in me right now, but no, I had one time. 20 years ago, I was living in a house by myself, and my brother lived like right down the street from me, and I was really sick, and I drank like probably a whole bottle of NyQuil. Like I woke up, like I took a whole bunch of NyQuil, and then I got up and I was all groggy, and I forgot. I didn't know if I took NyQuil or not. I was like, did I take that? Like, and I wasn't feeling good. So I slugged a whole nother batch of it. And I literally drank like the whole bottle in 2 hours. And I woke up at like 4 a.m. and I called my brother, and I'm like, dude. And he's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, there's this purple cellophane monster is going down the hallway. And he's like, what? I'm like, dude, there's a purple cellophane monster going down the road here. Like, and he's like, he goes, dude, go back to bed and just call me in the morning. So like he called me like later in the day. He's like, dude, what was up last night? I'm like, hey, did I call you? I had a dream that I called you last night, and I was getting chased by like a purple cellophane monster. And he's like, yeah, you called me, dude. I was like, so what was it? And I'm like, and he's like, or no, I asked him what it was, and he was like, no, you tell me. So basically I was hopped up on, I OD'd on NyQuil and saw a purple cellophane monster. So who needs Percocets, dude?
Yeah, dude, NyQuil's a fucking trip. They got the NyQuil Severe. Whew.
That's probably what it was. Well, there was a comedian that said, he had a really funny voice. He's like a big fat guy, and he's like, "Why don't you call it?" Or he's like, "NyQuil something. They should call it the sniffling, sneezing, wake up on your kitchen floor medicine, because you take one swig of that and you pass out."
Yeah, no, that shit's no joke, man. I used to take it just to go to sleep.
Yeah, well, Benadryl will do that to you too. You take 6 Benadryl, you go right to bed, dude.
Oh yeah, yeah. You have any drinking stories or drug stories?
Didn't I tell you the drunk one where I woke up in Valley Forge Park?
I don't think so.
Oh my God, I have the worst ever drunk driving story ever. The one, like, when you're in your 20s, and if you're like a professional drinker like I was, it's the worst thing. You drink and drive all the time. It's just something young kids do, and it's the worst. Like, if there was ever a thing that I could like get behind and be an advocate for, like where I'd sit there and like talk to kids about, it'd be drinking and driving, because I did it all the time, and I don't know how I didn't die. But I had gone to a friend's house, and there were these two types of alcohol. It was one was called Wild Spirit. It was 100 proof alcohol, like a liquor type of, like a liqueur. And then it was Rumpelmints, which was 110 proof. If you mix the two together, it tastes exactly like a York peppermint patty.
Yeah.
I drank 7 of those shots, which would be, my math isn't good, but that's 14 shots of alcohol. That's 100 proof. I slugged these in like an hour and a half, and I was bombed. And I was at a friend's apartment, and I said, "Look, I am so sorry. I don't usually get this messed up, but I'm gonna have to stay here tonight because I'm so drunk. If I get in the car, I'll kill somebody." So they're like, "Here, just go have a seat right here, go to sleep, and you'll be fine." So hold on a second. What is this dude doing? There's a guy walking around my front yard here.
No way.
Gone. Yeah, he's gone. He's gone. So
you get
anyway, yeah, he's trying to get up. He split. So I go and lay down on a couch, and then the next thing I know, I'm on the highway on the shoulder, and sticks are hitting me in the face. I'm in the car driving. I was in this I had a big Bronco. I had a big OJ Bronco. So I'm hammered drunk, and I'm in my vehicle. Like, and I mean, like, drunk to where I couldn't even keep my eyes open. Somehow I kept driving, and I'm like, all right, if I keep going down this road, at the third light, I make a right, and I'll be home. And you're not thinking right when you're that drunk. So I do the third light, make a right, park the car, and I get out, and I'm at Valley Forge Park's Visitor Center. Like, it says welcome, and I'm like, where am I? I'm like, dude, I'm at the wrong spot. I'm not at home. So I get back in the car, and when you're at Valley Forge, it's only one way. So I had to drive all the way around Valley Forge Park to get, and then I finally got home, and I'm like, I made it home. But if I would have got pulled over, they would have probably just taken me to the hospital because I was so drunk. And but like, I got in a car and left, and it, like, to this day, it still haunts me that I was that drunk and got in a car. And I pray that my son never has a situation like that, you know. And I tell him, he's only 10, and I tell him this kind of shit all the time. Like, I'll tell him that story just so he knows, when you're a young kid and you're 21 and you're out drinking, you don't give a shit about anything. You're invincible. You know what I mean? You're just, nothing can hurt you. You don't want to hear any shit from anybody. You know everything, and you're going to get in that car and you're going to drive. So hopefully it doesn't happen.
You know, nowadays we didn't have this, but kids have, you know, Uber on their phones.
Right.
So at least there's that. But, you know, we had cabs, but, you know, you'd be like, oh, I don't leave my car here. So I'm going to, you know, I'm going to wrap this fucking thing around a pole, you know?
Yeah. Oh my God.
So,
that's just one of many stories of
I
driving stories.
I don't have drunk driving stories, but I do have some crazy ones. I'll end it with one of them. I was in Vegas. Well, I can't even say. I can't say where I was. I can't say who I was with, really. Okay. I hate flying. I fucking hate flying. I'm not afraid of it. I just don't like it. It's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's aggravating. I don't like being
very
around. I don't
aggravating.
like being like crowded up with people. The seats are very fucking uncomfortable. And you know, to sit comfortably, it's like $10,000. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I know all about that.
what I do is, and I normally don't take Xanax, but I take Xanax when I go on a plane. Because it knocks me out, and I can't go to sleep any other way. There's no way to get comfortable on a plane to go to sleep. I'm sorry.
Right.
Okay. So take my Xanax. My flight's in about 20 minutes, a half an hour. I take my Xanax. I go to Moe's, get some food, drink a beer.
You're done.
I sit down, I'm like, all right, this is good. This is gonna kick in as soon as I get on the plane. And then the fucking thing comes up, flight, blah, 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 delayed like 2 hours. I'm like, no, no. Cause now if you mix Xanax with beer, it's even more, it's 10 times more intense. Okay. Dude, an hour later, I look like a fucking heroin addict in the terminal. I'm like nodding out, like falling asleep in my bag, fucking knocking shit over.
They probably think you're a homeless guy.
Dude, I mean, I was in Vegas, so it really didn't look too out of place.
Was this on the way home from the?
This is on the way home. This is on the way home.
Okay, well that's no big deal then.
It's no big deal. So, dude, yeah, the flight was delayed like 2 fucking hours. I finally get on, and now I'm aggravated because I'm forcing myself to stay awake because I have to, and that fucks with your body. You get all pissed off,
Yeah.
So I get on the plane, I sit down in the seat, and boom, I'm out. I wake up. My head is on some stranger's like body. Like I'm just like fucking strewn all over them. Dude, I think he was into it, dude. He fell asleep. His head was on top of my head. That's how we woke up.
Which one of you guys said those aren't two pillows? Was it him or you?
Yeah. I didn't know the guy, dude. Total stranger. And I just looked at him like, hey, yeah, all right. And
here's your gum, dude. Sorry.
Yeah, he didn't even say anything. So whatever. Now I forgot where we wound up, but we had a layover. Now I didn't want to deal with that, man. I'm halfway in, halfway out of the world. I'm like all fucked up. We have the layover. We have to go through another airport, blah, blah, blah. Oh. We get to this terminal for this plane. Now it's a little private plane from, I forget where we were, maybe Virginia. We had to go from Virginia to Long Island, which is like not far on a plane. So it was one of those little tiny planes.
Yeah.
And the room was just packed out with people. It was a little terminal that we had to wait in. We couldn't leave. And literally just like kind of crunched in together waiting for this plane. And I'm like pissed off. I'm like screaming. Like, I just want to fucking sleep. What the fuck is going on?
Screaming.
I was totally out of it. And they opened the gate. They got us on the we had to get on a bus to go to the plane. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Oh my God.
Dude, halfway through the bus ride, they turn around like there's something wrong with the plane.
No.
They brought us back to the fucking room. It was a nightmare, dude. It was an absolute nightmare.
That's the worst.
And that's, to be honest with you, that's all I remember from the rest. I think the rest of it I just kind of blacked out,
Yeah.
But yeah, drugs.
Air travel blows, man.
It does, man.
Blows. Okay.
Number 40, number 43.
Number 43. Just every 10 seconds, just boom, 43.
Yeah,
I'll send you some pictures of all. We have a 43 text going on with all our friends whenever we see 43. So I'll send you some 43 pictures if you want to use them.
That'd be cool. I'll throw them in here and make it like, I'll make it the Percocet edition, dude. I'm telling you.
The Percocet. I feel like I'm hopped up on them a little bit right now. I think I took them at 11, 12 o'clock. Yeah.
Well, I can tell you this. I've seen what from the beginning, you were eating toast. You were like, you had some energy.
Toast and coffee.
And now you
toast
are.
And coffee. Well, you know what? See, you know what it is? This is right around my nap time. This is 1 to 3. 1 to 3 is my nap time.
Right.
It's usually 9 to 10, 1 to 2.
Yeah.
Then you pill up at 9 and go to bed.
Listen,
that's what you do when you're injured, you know?
I like doing things like this because I like different results. You know what I mean?
Right.
If we did the same thing, we do our Thursdays at 4:30. We're gonna get the same result as we always do. This is fun, man. This is fun. People are gonna dig this. I know I dig it.
And you got to see Sugar, the dog. Don't cut Sugar out.
I'm not gonna cut
Make
Sugar
sure
out. What do you think I am? Some kind of a fucking monster?
I must have left the door open.
Get this fucking dog out of my video.
You would love. She looks like you a little bit. You look a little bit like Sugar. A little bit.
I don't know if that's a good thing or.
Sugar is a very, very beautiful dog. So that's a compliment.
All right. Thank you.
What do you put in your hair to make it white like that? Is that that? Is that hair dye?
No. So what you use is powdered bleach.
Powdered bleach. Are you making this up?
Nope. What you do is you buy something called cream developer. So it's like this cream liquid. You pour it in a little fucking container. You pour the packet of powdered bleach in, you mix it up, and you literally paint it on your hair, and it burns for like a half an hour, and then you take it off, and voila.
Do you go out in public like that? Does your wife mind that? What does she like?
Yeah, I go out in public like this. Yeah.
When I cut my hair myself all the time until I met my wife, and then she made me start going to a barber. And she once told me, and she said this in the sweetest way she could. She said, "You still have a full head of hair. It's one of your only good attributes, physical, I guess." I mean,
one of your only good attributes. That's great.
Yeah. And like she didn't mean it to be. I mean, like I still got sort of hair. You know what I mean? I can grow an afro still.
Yeah.
I can grow a beard like a son of a gun, dude. I just chopped this off. I had it like ZZ Top.
Yep. I've had the big beard before. I find it to be annoying, so I usually keep it kind of trimmed down.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, dude, I've done my hair fucking blue. I've done my hair. I didn't like the blue. Yeah, I like to switch it up, man. I like to keep it fresh.
What's the longest your hair ever was? Did you ever have a long hippie hair back in the day?
Nah, I mean, when I was little, my hair was kind of long and bushy, but I never had it long. Joe had it long. Joe had it down to his fucking like half his back.
Did he really?
Yeah, at one point.
Was that his Ohio days in the mid 90s, I guess?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Not BMX. It was after that.
No. Yeah. After BMX.
After BMX.
We all got that story.
Yeah. Oh man. All right, listen. I'm gonna let you go rest. Go rest.
I gotta take a nap.
Go rest. Thank you for you really pulled through today, dude. You went up the stairs for me. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you.
I love those shirts. Those shirts are awesome.
Those shirts are great. I had a great time, and I'm excited to put it out, man.
All right, 43.
43.
I'll see you next time, Miguel.
You got it, man.
Peace out.
Thank you so much,
Take
Ray.
it easy. All right, man. Take it easy.
Rest up. Peace.
All right, see ya.
Later.
Hell fucking yeah! It's the Hell Fucking Yeah podcast.